PSG leading the break. Gomes looking for the overlap. Alba inside. It's Messi!
Outside, who plays it inside. Great tackle, but oh, he's finished off by Gavi. It's open from him, but it's Messi. It's Iniesta!
Hello community, welcome back to another Barcelona match review. Barcelona beats Elche 4-0. FOURCELONA is back, and the fact that we finally broke the international break curse this year. So usually in the past 2 to 3 years, there has been this trend going on around Barcelona where either in international break we would have our key players injured, which did happen this year as well. We lost a lot of our key players in international break. And also what used to happen was our momentum used to shift. Our momentum used to go downwards after international break. So as we come back from international break, as we continue the season, we would just go downwards. Like suddenly before international break, we were going absolutely brilliant. We were winning like 20 games. I think this was under Koeman, where we were like 20 games unbeaten under Koeman. And as international break came, we went downhill and we unfortunately choked the league and everything. So this trend finally got over, and I'm really glad that this quality squad is really quality. Like, we are finally back and again comfortably win against Elche. Although I wouldn't say really comfortably, because the scoreline doesn't say everything. Like, yes, Barcelona did well, obviously. I'm not saying that they did shit, but it's not like we completely cruised through. There was some problems going on, which I will highlight in this video. So without further ado, let's begin the match review. And let's start off with the starting 11. Ter Stegen in goal. Our backline Alba, Alonso, Araujo and Koundé. Midfield 3 Garcia, Gavi, Roberto. And our front 3 Ansu on the left, Ferran on the right and Lewandowski up top. So Xavi went with an experiment in this match and I completely rate him for it. So in the press conference before the match, he said that he was interested in seeing Eric Garcia's lone pivot and he was thinking of using him in that position. Now, there was like 50-50 chances that he was going to do that, because usually we have seen Xavi, he kind of goes cautious, he doesn't want to really experiment much. But fair props, he actually went for the experiment, and I absolutely love it, because we have seen it previously. I would say probably last year, as he started off with his managing career with Barcelona. There was a spell, like the first 3 matches that was there, I thought Xavi would definitely go for some experiments during that time. There was a couple of experiments that everybody's talking about, like Busquets and Frenkie de Jong double pivot and stuff, which we are seeing it right now. But imagine if we were seeing it back then, how good it would be. But of course, Xavi didn't go for those experiments, but he did indeed, go for this experiment. I think he's more open to it, which I absolutely love, because you do need experiments. You do need to try new things. Football is changing. You have to change yourself as well. So I'm really glad that Xavi went for this experiment. Eric Garcia lone pivot alongside Gavi, Roberto. Balde got some rest. Of course, Christensen was injured, so Alonso came instead of him. Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres also came into the starting 11. But talking about that first half, and that first half was pretty good for Barcelona. They were dominating possession. They were not really, again, that effective in output, because Elche, they're low block teams, having 6 to 7 players inside the box, really creating that superiority. So we are not able to have any chances, have any shots and stuff. Although we did create some chances, like those chances in the first half where like Ferran Torres on the right hand side gave like a cross towards Lewandowski. Lewandowski unfortunately couldn't head it properly. There was another one towards the end of the first half where I think it was Gavi who gave that cutback inside and Koundé shot it, but it was saved, or I think it was intercepted or blocked by the Elche defender. And there's a couple of opportunities for us. Of course, it wasn't like we weren't able to do. We were just keeping possession, trying to play it out through and stuff. So yeah, Barcelona, of course, in this match, they went with double pivot of Roberto and Eric Garcia. So you'd see many times in that first half where Jordi Alba would push up front and near that half space in lower, as Jordi Alba pushes high up top. So the person in just below him would be Roberto in those half spaces, not high up top, but a little bit lower. So he would be there. And of course, Eric Garcia at the behind. He was not really a person to, progress to the ball much. Like, he was more so there to provide some defensive stability, as well as just to kind of be like that Busquets role, kind of, if you want me to say. So he wasn't really going high up top. He was staying there. He was trying to switch up to the flanks, to the left, to the right. And, he was trying to control the tempo. Of course, it's his first game. And I think in that first half, he was kind of lost, but it's understandable because it's his first game back. And to be honest, he's getting these minutes after a long time. Like, he's probably like really rusty. And of course, the main thing is that this position requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience and stuff, which of course will come by time. So I think at his first game, considering his first game as lone DM, I don't really mind Eric Garcia, and I think this could be tried maybe on. I don't know, we'll see in the next match against Real Madrid. I think we're going to go with the strongest 11 probably, of course. But I think in upcoming La Liga matches, like, against smaller teams, we might see this. But yeah, I think as it's his first game, it was pretty good. But that first half wasn't really that good from him. Second half was much better though. So yeah, like I said, much more experience, much more knowledge. And of course, Barcelona were indeed able to score goals. They were able to score, I think, one goal in that first half, which was from Robert Lewandowski. So this came from a free kick as Alonso and Alba were close by. Alonso gave that feint. Alba went for the free kick, went right towards Araujo. Araujo then gave a header pass towards Lewandowski. Lots of players, lots of chaos going inside the box. But Lewandowski with an amazing finish. That finish was top class. Like, honestly, the amount of chaos that was there and the amount of people, the fact that he was able to chip it through across everybody, even the goalkeeper, absolutely brilliant, makes it 1-0 for Barcelona. Really good way for Lewandowski to come into the score sheet. It's been quite long since he have scored, so it's really great to see. Other than that, of course, Barcelona, I think, were okay. For the first 30 minutes, they were pretty good. And just towards the end, they kind of lost the momentum because Elche started pushing high up top. So they started pressing. And while pressing really well, they were pressurizing Barcelona, in which we were not able to pass properly. We're misplacing it and stuff. So that was kind of problematic. But yeah, just like that, Barcelona ends the first half score being 1-0. Now let's talk about the second half, and second half things changed. So of course, we started off decent again. Elche continuing the press, they were pressuring us, not allowing us really that movement and stuff. So we were misplacing passes and stuff. But then as match went on, we started becoming much more better. And of course, we got our second goal, and it is the number 10, Ansu Fati. So Ferran Torres on the right hand side gave like a through ball to Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati then started running. He saw Lewandowski, but then I think this was a good decision from Fati, because Lewandowski was in a position where if Ansu would have passed him, there would have been chances that maybe Lewandowski would lose the ball and we would lose a big opportunity. So Ansu just all the way went with the dribble. He went towards the end, and what a finish, bottom left corner. That was a Rashford-esque finish. Like, honestly, this is one of the things about Ansu. While, in this game, actually, his movements were pretty good. Like, he was getting into those, he was like the second striker type of person for, instead of Lewandowski. So Lewandowski usually in the first half, and also kind of in the second half, he used to drop really deep. So to cover up that space high up top, it was Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati used to become the number 9 high up top in the middle areas most of the times. So his movements and all were pretty good in terms of, like, for example, like I mentioned about the Koundé chance and stuff. That was pretty good from Ansu in the sense that, he was really good in terms of attracting the players towards him. There was another goal where he attracted a couple of defenders towards him, which eventually caused the goal for Barcelona. So, like for Koundé chance, he took some players, and of course, Koundé was open free. So, Ansu's movements are pretty good. He's able to attract the players towards him, and he did the same for one more goal, which of course I'll talk about later. But yeah, other than that, his finishing, of course, he was a little bit, I would say, lack of confidence in that first half. Many times he would lose the ball, and many times when he was going for the 1v1s, he was losing it. And at a point, he just stopped doing 1v1. So his confidence was lowering down. And of course, while it was going down, he just did not let himself go down. And he absolutely buried that finish for that goal. What a goal it was. And yeah, after that goal, of course, Barcelona Continued just doing good up till, of course, towards the end of the second half, where we just become a little bit sloppy. We weren't really good. Like, we were losing momentum, and then Elche were trying to have their chances. They had some close chances, to be honest, in that second half. But Barcelona, of course, they did not stop in the second goal. They went for the third as well, and this was error from Elche, where Koundé basically applied pressure upon the Elche defender. The Gavi retained the ball, gives it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski then has a decent finish, I would say, but still it's a finish nonetheless. 3-0 for FC Barcelona. And then to finish the game, it was, of course, Ferran Torres. And this one again, really good. So I think it was Gavi who had the ball, and then he gave the pass towards Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres was then making a run, and this is the run that Ansu was doing. He took two players with him on the left hand side. Ferran Torres was free right in the middle, just outside the box, and that was a good finish from Ferran Torres. Makes it 4-0 for Barcelona. So this game was really good. And of course, like I said, it's not completely cruise through for Barcelona, because Elche towards the end of the second half, as well as in the first half, they were pressuring us, and they were able to try to get possession and just try to create some chances. They had some close chances. There was one where there was like a header which went to the crossbar. Of course, thank God it didn't go inside the goal. There was another one where Elche, I think it was a winger, was through because Alba was outpaced, but Ter Stegen, of course, saved that ass, saved it. So yeah, there's a couple of chances. There were a couple of chances for Barcelona, but for Elche, but it's pretty good. Barcelona did their job done, and really everybody stepped up pretty well. Ansu, Ferran taking up their opportunities well. I think Ansu will get more confidence. His movements were really good. His finish was good. I think it's just a confidence about that 1v1 abilities and stuff, and in terms of just the game sense and everything. He'll of course get that more with game time. Ferran Torres was absolutely brilliant, to be honest. His crosses and all were good. He was becoming a good threat from the right hand side. And I think Eric Garcia as a lone pivot as well did a decent job. Second half, he did a much better job, which I'm really happy about. And it'll be interesting to see how will he do it in the upcoming games. Gavi and Roberto, absolutely brilliant. I think Gavi was fantastic, winning the possession, just doing Gavi things. And of course, Roberto as well, being in that double pivot, sometimes going high up top. It was pretty good. And yeah, everybody did their job. And yeah, just like that, the match ends, score being 4-0. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure to do all the support and everything. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.